Hi guys, welcome to another video. My name is Diana, aka Just Bisa. I'm glad to have you here. If you're new, bienvenidos. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I did notice on my last video, my mic wasn't really picking up my voice. I didn't enhance my voice when I was editing. It was one of the things I forgot to do, even though I played it like 3 times. So I am sorry if you couldn't hear me at the beginning. I just said hello guys. It's 1 a.m. and something like that. So I apologize. Now I have a brush that's acting like a microphone itself, and I'm digging it. And if you think it's funny, I hope it made you laugh, honestly, because I love this idea. And someday this is actually going to be a mic. And I also want to let you guys know that I am going to also transition myself to speak a lot more Spanish. So for the viewers who know Spanish, bienvenidos. For the viewers who don't know Spanish, I will try to have every time that I speak Spanish a translation underneath for you guys. If I don't have it, I'm so sorry. If I do have it, yay me. Pero la razón por que quería hacer este video is to share with you guys my thoughts on what life has looked like for myself after high school. I had asked myself a question. The question is, did I plan my life to go the way it did after high school? And the simple, sweet answer is no. And as you can see, I'm wearing my sash. I think it's what it's called. From high school, from the academy that I graduated from. Or out of, I guess. And that is public service. Finishing and having one of these was one of my biggest accomplishments because I stuck through this and I was determined to finish in this academy. Like all I saw was I want to be a police officer, or I want to be a corrections officer. I want to be some kind of authority, because I was already like the oldest sibling, so to me it was just natural that I wanted to take control and be like protective and be, taking care of things. But let me tell you the story for the big reason why I asked myself this question, because I'm sure you know, even though I really don't post a lot of my life, I'm not in anything to do with that. I've never worked as a corrections officer. I never went to the police academy. I never did anything that I wanted to do, or back then. And my life took me somewhere else. When I was in sophomore year, about to go to junior year, it was like the summer. A couple of weeks before summer, I got in trouble. And I got caught by the cops because I was smoking, and I was the one who was holding the pipe. And at the time I was 17, and the law is that, you have to be 18 to even purchase or, obtain a pipe. So off of that, I broke the rules. And it was one of the biggest blessings, but at the same time, in the moment, I hated it. And this is where I want you guys to understand that life takes you places that you probably didn't want to be in, but don't take them the wrong way. And I tell you this because of that moment, it brought me to who I am now, and I love who I am now. I try very hard to follow the rules. I like to follow the rules. It's because of this one incident when I got caught that I changed my life completely. If you want to know more about the story, I have a video up on my YouTube. I think it's like my second video I ever posted, because it happened around that time, I think. But anyways, I got stuck with that ticket. My mom had to borrow money because we didn't have, getting a ticket. Those $300 wasn't extra money. Those $300 were gas money and groceries. And my mom was disappointed. Mi castigo fue ir a México y quedarme ahí todo el verano. And I was miserable. I really hated it, but it made me reflect on what I did. I did wrong, and I knew that. And I hated myself for a while, and I also hated the people who I was around at the time for not helping me pay off that bill. But then again, whatever. I forgave them. And so because of that one moment, I never knew, and I couldn't have known because I didn't think about it, that particular incident, that ticket that was in my record was going to affect when I left high school. I was going to apply for a corrections officer at a corrections facility near my house, and I had questions about the application. And when I called and asked about, I have a charge, they asked me, well, how long ago was this? I think at the time it was like a year. I graduated 2019. Sometimes I don't know if I have my math right, but anyways, she told me I had to wait 2 more years for that to be cleared off my record. And I was heartbroken. I cried. I will show you a video if I find it. I will put it up for you guys. I was just devastated. That was my goal. Like, I wanted to do that. That is what I had my mind set on. And the fact that year before graduating, I never knew it was going to affect me. So I am blessed that I got in trouble. I am blessed that now I like to follow the rules. I like to do things by the book. That was my big change. Now I can definitely go in. Now I can apply to be a CO, but I have other plans for myself. And that's the thing. When that happened, when I found out I couldn't become a CO, I had to wait. My mom didn't want me to wait for 2 years. She was like, you have to get a job. I chose the restaurant industry, and I stayed for takeout for 2 years, and then I left the restaurant industry. And I believe I went to a club, still the same thing, customer service. I left that, worked at H-E-B. I liked H-E-B, but at the time that I started working at H-E-B, I was going through so much with myself. Mentally, I was not okay. I contemplated a lot of things. I became very depressed, very anxious. I became the worst version of myself. When I tell you I became the worst version of myself, I mean I was ugly with people. I gave people mean looks. I gave people attitude. What they gave to me, I gave back to them. I was that ugly, bro. I hated myself. And every time they would in the moment of the way they talked to me in their tone, I would repeat that. What you gave me, I gave to you. And the moment that person switched their tone and and they would say oh, okay, thank you, I'd be like, yeah, you're welcome, no problem. I was just so fucking I did not understand myself, but I wrote it down in my diary, and I was like, I hate my life. I hate how things are going. I wish I could just disappear. I just want to go away. I was so sad, and I showed that to the world, and I freaking told myself the same thing. I'm ugly. I'm an ugly person right now. I really hit rock bottom, in my own opinion. That was me. What made me change things was the fact that I was over being so ugly. I was over being so rude. I wanted to be happy. I didn't want to be miserable. I didn't want to talk to people and have an attitude. I didn't want to be that person. And that was last year. Coming into 2023, I changed myself completely. I said, I'm taking control. I am not going to be the certain person anymore. I'm not going to overshare my stuff with people at work. Life took me through a lot of things. I had to learn a lot of different things, experience depression, stress, heartbreak, pain that I literally never knew I would feel. And I had to get myself out of there because I did not want that to be my life. I know life took me there, but I wasn't going to let life keep me there. So in the end, I chose myself. And it's a beautiful thing when you accept that things are wrong and you can change them, because you are more than capable to change anything, everything. You're capable to do a lot of things. Like, it's only within you to do them. So I took initiative and I changed my life. Yes, I'm back at my dad's, but you know what? That was one of the things I've always wanted. I wanted to be back in my childhood house with my dad, spend time with him, because my dad was my everything when I was younger. My son is here. He has his toys in the room that used to be mine my whole life. I like it here. Life took me everywhere just to get back to this place and be centered, because when I remind myself of my childhood, I'm happy. I had a good childhood, and I feel horrible for the people who did not have a good childhood, but you can heal all of that. I am healing the trauma I went through as a young adult, but my childhood is okay, and that's what draws me back in. I like to do things that I used to do when I was little. Call me childish, I still am one. But anyways, life takes you exactly where it needs to take you to be who you need to be. In the end, everything is a lesson. Take it like that. Do not be upset. Don't be mad. Don't overexpress yourself when a situation is a lesson. When my battery died on my car, I literally was not even mad. I wasn't sad. I was like, you know what? It was about time. And I'm so glad that it happened, because for one, I'm glad it happened the way it did, because I wasn't alone. Somebody helped me. A coworker helped me, and I am so freaking grateful for him being there and be willing to help me out. Now I know how to jumpstart a car. I know how much batteries cost, but I also know how long they should last. And in the end, it was all worth it. It was all an experience. Everything I do is an experience. Everything that happens, good or bad, is an experience. And I use quotation marks around bad, because you should never see it as a bad thing. Stop seeing it as a bad thing. Stop seeing it like that, because you're just being negative. See it as a good thing. With that being said, I conclude this video with my final thoughts. It's all up to you. Change things around if you don't like the way they're turning out. You have full control of your life. Yes, your life might have not gone the way you wanted it to go, but who says it's not going to be in the end what you wanted it to be? It's just not going to you're not going to get there the way you thought you would. You're going to get there some other way, but it's okay. You're going to get there. You're going to be there. I don't know who's watching this. I don't know you. You know of me what I am willing to share with you, but it's all honestly the truth. You got this. And I'm being very motivational, and I love when people are like that, because we have gone through some things to make us turn around and say, hey, I've been there, but I'm here now. I'm good, and I know you can be good too. Because life can take you a lot of places. I know some dark spots. Like I said, been there, done that, don't want to go back. Wouldn't want you to even think about being in that spot. And if you have taken yourself out of it, congratulations, because that takes so much effort and so much love from yourself to get yourself out of such a place. But you got this, okay? Be kind to yourself and love yourself, and tell yourself how beautiful or handsome you are every single day, and how you are worth everything. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay? This might have been like a deep talk, but I hope it motivated you or something. It made you stop thinking negatively, okay? You guys can catch me on my TikTok, on my Instagram. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. Of course, my YouTube, I'm here. Anyways, peace out, guys. Bye. Please tell me you like my mic. Look at that. I'm literally so creative.